Welcome back, guys, to Ni no Kuni 2, as the expansion pass DLC has finally started to come out. Oh, a few weeks back, let's put it that way, as the Lair of the Lost Lord is now ours to explore. Yet another multi-tiered dungeon with bosses all set out in it. But there is more to it than just that. We're about to find what's biting Batu, that is. The Lair of the Lost Lord DLC introduces all new stories, feature your favourite characters, speak to Batu and Evermore to set some exciting events in motion. Alongside that, there's also a story about what's come over Kunbish as well, so some intriguing events there. And DLC Roland's Journal is now there. Installing the Lair of the Lost Lord DLC will allow you to discover and read Roland's accounts of his adventures with Evan and the gang. So you can also get yourself a little bit more story beats, or at least just his thoughts as we went through the game. Of course, we've been through the game with him. We know what basically he's going to say. Roland's Journal entries can be accessed via Leafbook, if we find any indeed as we go on. In fact, there's new Leafbook comments just available straight off the bat. I heard there was a monster who could speak living in the Wistwillow woods. So I grabbed my trusty camera and went to investigate. I got a shot of the creature in question. What is that strange light around it? Could it have been possessed by some kind of spirit? Or maybe it is. There's no ghosts, there's trigger the light! I'm sure. What did the monster say? Is that some kind of pun? I don't know. Lots of fun in the library. Did you know that we regularly add new works to our collection in the library in Goldport? If you don't have one already, get yourself a library card and join the fun. To say that though, we also have to kind of visit there anyway, because I actually didn't finish off the quest line from the previous DLC pack that came out. In fact, I beat the boss, but I didn't go back to Bodley to report beating the boss and get my quest reward and experience. And with that said and done, let's start off some of the events here. Let's speak to Kunbish. Oi, Emma lad, you need ale, a doctor and fast. Old Cumbish is taking a turn.
What?
Oh gosh, what's the matter? Why will you not grant me my wish? How many times must I ask? Why is he speaking like that? What wish? What does he want? All I desire is to be permitted to pit myself against this man in a fight to the death. Is that really too much to ask? Ah! Doctor! Holy damn ye!
Oh!
Come on now, let's just calm down and think a moment, shall we? We'll start by going somewhere a little quieter. We've already caused enough of a stir. You're gonna take this to the throne room, are you? It's the quietest place you can get.
Hi there!
Now what's this all about, you mangy cur ye? I can hear that you little kerfuffle you calls from here. Behold, a truly mighty opponent presents himself. Come, my burly friend, do me the honour of facing me in battle.
Listen here.
What in the... Yar, you taking a knock to the head, lad? You been yabbering all like you so blessed day. What are you meant to do with a sorry swab? I know just the thing. A little no technique particular to the cloud snake and no other. Let's see now. A good beating?
Yeah.
Yar, you're a marvel, boss. A marvel.
Ah!
Wow, it looks like someone got on the wrong side of old grizzly guts. What did you do this time, Kunbish?
What in the...
What's that now? What am I doing here? And why does me head feel like somebody's dropped a stinking brick upon it? No more of your antics, eh? You don't recall blabbering on like a sky pirate possessed?
What's that now?
Yeah, what now? Why, I don't recall any such thing. All I remember is... I was taking a little turn around the rubbly ruins there when I spied me a door. Seemed the kind of door a swab might hide some treasure behind, so in I goes and then... nothing. Well, that serve you right for going off for gallivanting after treasure on your lonesome, you scallywag. The boss don't like solo flies, and he knows it, so he does. Well, I paid the price, didn't I? And I was in there no more in a second, I swear it. I'll not go poking me nose around doors that don't belong behind again. You may lay to that. A door? In the rubbly ruins? Since when did... What? This man is a barefaced liar, do not be deceived. There he goes again, speaking with a blessed plum in his mouth. This mendacious wretch spent far more than mere moments beyond that door. He ventured into the depths of the labyrinth, and it was there that I possessed him.
What?
What labyrinth? What are you talking about? What do you mean possessed? Labyrinth I speak of is an ancient network of tunnels concealed amid the rubbly ruins. I am Sir Cumbish, the spirit of a fallen warrior who sleeps there.
Huh?
Wait, your name sounds just like Kunbish. That's weird. I intend to make use of this man's body. He is young and strong and will make a fine home for my spirit. Wait, you can't just... alright, first things first. Why were you trying to pick a fight with Chinggis and Batu, Sir Cumbish? I wish to test my strength, of course. It has been too long millennia since last I had a body, after all. But enough idle chatter. I must go to Lord Remnant's aid.
Oh, come on!
Hang on, you're not going anywhere. Give Cumbish's body back right now. Look, we all know there's no labyrinth in the Rubbly Ruins. You need to tell us what you're up to and fast. All you know, friend, is that you have never come across the labyrinth I speak of, and it's precisely as my master intended it. What he did not intend was that it should be thrown open to the world once more, and for this to have happened at the hand of none other than the Prince of Wraiths, Master of Fallen Fiends, is nothing short of a disaster. The tainted creatures he commands infest this every corridor, and soon they will infest this land also. And when they do, fate's sorry cycle will be repeated. Your realm will be destroyed, as was mine. Ah, sweet Ebswain. But the truth yet escapes me. How could this have happened? What can have disturbed the rite of entombment? The constant vigil by whose power my master kept that great evil from the world for so long. Wait, so that's why you took over Cumbish's body? You wanted to go and find out. So how come you wound up here in Evermore? Possessing a human being is no easy task. It took time to overcome my host's resistance and gain full control. Time during which he returned here to this castle. But I may tarry no longer. I must hurry to the side of my lord and master. The Prince of Wraiths must be defeated.
Oi!
I thought we told you can't just walk off with Cumbish's body. How do you think that would make him feel? But without a body, I'm without a voice, and with neither to call upon, how am I ever to rid the world of that unspeakable evil?
Excuse me?
If what you're saying is true, our kingdom is in terrible danger. In which case, it is in our interest that this Prince of Wraiths is defeated too. Why don't you give us Cumbish back, and we'll go and get rid of him for you. But you are not of Ebswain. Why would one with no ties to my blood kingdom seek to grant us such a boon? You said yourself, our kingdom is in peril, and I'm its king. It's my sworn duty to protect my people. Now look, I've seen such steel, such resolve, in the eyes of only one other, my Legion Master, Lord Remnant. Very well then, I shall entrust you this most sacred of duties. May the Prince of Wraiths fall at your hand, that my master might be saved. What happened? I feel light and tingly. Matey, you're back, so you are.
What in the...
Back from where, you nonsense? I ain't seen nothing. Ha! Tell that to the swab who just left your body after laying a whole heap of trouble upon us.
What?
Sorry, boss. Sorry for whatever it is I done. Cumbish hasn't done anything wrong. In fact, quite the opposite. If he hadn't been possessed, we might never have found out about all of this until it was too late. Possessed? What, in blue blazes?
Alright,
everyone. If we're to stop these monsters from overrunning Evermore, we'll need to find this labyrinth and put a stop to the Prince of Wraiths for good. And so we get ourselves quest 184. Evan learns the labyrinth has appeared amid the Rubbly Ruins, and that somewhere within it lurks an individual who goes by the name of the Prince of Wraiths. He must confront this wicked being and his formidable army of fallen fiends before they invade and overrun Evermore. Head for the labyrinth, where we get the Ebswain Crown Jewel and an absolute metric ton of experience, where of course the level cap now has been raised from 99, which we're currently sitting at, to 120. So there's more leveling to do. Make this my active quest? Yeah, I will, because I know the objective of my current quest that I have to give in, the current quest I hadn't completed yet. Labyrinths? Race? What have you dogs got out? You clear out your blessed minds? I don't know. And so begins, properly, the Lair of the Lost Lord DLC. That said, we also wonder what's up with Batu. Gosh, what's everyone doing here?
Hey there.
Chinggis told us all about the trouble Cumbish caused, Your Majesty. Myself, I came to say sorry on his behalf. Who the flip are you, his mum? No, I most certainly ain't, you little scoundrel. Listen, we all heard what's going on, and we want to help out in whatever way we're able.
What?
Help out? You mean help me to fight the Prince of Wraiths? I can't let you do that, it's far too dangerous.
No.
Don't you worry on that front. With a name like that, we're none of us to get up against the world bloke ourselves, but anything else we can do to lay in a hand. Just say the word. I'm getting so confused by all the accents again, it's great. By the sounds of it, there's a gaggle of daft wee beasties to worry about as well as your big princey.
Yes.
Yes, so you're going to need all the help you can get, which is why we decided we're going to pull together in whatever way we can to give you the support we need.
Oh.
Well, if that's the case, then how can I possibly say no?
I'll be counting on you.
Together we can bring down any enemy. I'll be counting on you all. And So everyone joins together? Does that mean I get new research options as well? Well, Evan's scattered subjects is now part of the DLC. A number of Evan's subjects have headed into the labyrinth to help him, lend him a helping hand. That doesn't sound exactly clever. Be sure to talk to any you come across. They might have useful information to share. So a way to use our people, yet again, in some respects. So with that said and done, I guess we head outside and see what that's done exactly to our kingdom. Apart from that... getting used to all the characters again. And these are the DLCs that come out months after you've played the game and you have to get used to the systems, plunge yourself into the deep end once again. But that said and done as well, Batu is waiting to be spoken to too. Apart from that, I better just clear my stores a little bit here, even though my money's full up. I may as well take all the items I can get as goodies. It still seems that it counts everyone as working within the facilities. Is there any new research to do or anything like that? Nope, there is not, so that's all good. Any new facilities to get? Somehow I doubt that too. So we're looking good. We're looking good. We'll do a quick scout of our super upgraded ultimate researcho kingdom, just to make sure that nothing randomly expanded or anything was added. But maybe as we go on, maybe you might find something else. There is a little bit of real estate that could possibly be used for something extra. That's for sure, as our stores start to fill up. Well, Batu, let's speak to you before we head over to see Bodley.
Hi there!
Ever lad, have you cast an eye over Leaf Book of late? Leaf Book? No, I haven't looked at it for a while actually. Did I miss anything?
Aye there, that you did.
It's posted now entitled an even ghostlier presence. That's tickled me curiosity something fierce. I need to know where the devil that picture was taken.
What?
Ghostlier? I didn't know you were interested in the paranormal, Batu. Bah, I couldn't give two figs for it, lad, but a scrap that I'm into. And the swab in this picture looks like a challenge and a half. Thing is, I've no head for riddles and such like. Could you lend your bright young brain to the task of figuring out when blue blazes the thing was taken? Of course, I'll be happy to help. And so, we got Family Ties request. Someone has posted a photo on Leaf Book with the title and even ghosted presence. It seems to have caught Batu's eye, and he's insisting to Evan that he needs to track down the monster in the picture. Interestingly enough, we get a weapon for that, as well as an absolute ton of experience again. Batu's Pride. Well, we won't make this our active... Well, actually, I should have made that my active quest. Well, with that one gained, let us check out Leaf Book, which, of course, is now just came in, most likely. You mean this one. So this picture here, Wistwillow Woods, is where we need to go. Of course, if we put the quest up too, we might get ourselves a little bit more information. However, there is even more talking happen on the Leaf Book statement. There's a woman's voice saying, "My baby." Oh, that's creepy. Yeah, where are these Wistwillow Woods? In the Forest of Neil, I think. We're not inside it. West around by the big trees. Could you be a bit more precise? There's shortcut for the mushrooms. Seems I need to keep my eyes peeled. So I'll have to go look for that indeed. Well, that said and done, let's finish off the DLC that we had going before by transporting ourselves quickly to Goldpaw and coming out. I think it's about the Lucky Stars. Dreaming Camp Mile Inn will be near enough. Around that area and speak to Bodley to finish up the stuff we did before. Because that was silly of me. So it looks like there's a lot more to this DLC than just a labyrinth. That's not too bad, eh? Right. So, up we go, Z. Let's get into the library as I get used to the camera angles again here. I'm making sure I can press every button. I just try to press L3 at EEG Leaf Book to try and sprint. It shows you how much I'm adapting to other games instead. I'll just take this bit of Roland's journal that's been updated that was right here. Okay. Log number 26, Trouble afoot. Doloran finally surfaced and he's wreaking havoc on the world. He's reawakened a creature known as the Horned One and is stealing people's souls en masse, turning them into empty husks. I'd say it felt like a movie, but no. This feels all too real. Interesting. So, it's just literally parts of his journey that are going to be numbered and seems to be quite a high number of them on top of that. Well, Bodley, I've come to speak to you. Kitty Catkin overcame the trial, didn't he? Bodley knows, you know. Saw you, she did, in her dreams, holding that sword aloft. Which means the time to face old Blackheart is here. Time to go and chop the awful rat lizard to bits and pieces. Oh, lots of spoil sports, show-offs. Oh, the cheeky devils went and slew the dragon already. The barefaced blazing impudence of it. And they didn't even think to tell poor old Bodley before she went and made herself look silly. Scoundrels. Still, she can say she's not impressed, and the world's all peaceful again, too. And just to show there's no hard feelings, Bodley would make sure the tale of your deeds is recorded here in the library. So it's carved into a nice, strong stone tablet herself. Yes, they'll be reading it and telling it to their kittlywinks for 2,000 years and more, longer even. Interesting, yeah? I just didn't finish off that quest as we get a rusted relic, 200,000 worth of experience, 250,000 in King's Guilders. Of course, maxed out for that. How much experience does that even mean, 200,000? Barely anything on a level 99. Okay then. Okay then. So with that said, let's set off and find this special bit of the woods. With a little bit of power of editing, well, I sort a little bit of something out. And so we come to the Forest of Neil, or at least the entrance to it, where that's pretty much put as our quest destination for the Family Ties quest. However, there does seem to be a few grim chillers just waiting round the left-hand side to the west as a shortcut through the mushrooms, so you say. So is it somewhere over here, as I just randomly go grab a jar of fresh wonder water? What are these guys here for? Oh, Grimsworth, aye. Squeak!
Oh!
I didn't see you there. Would you mind letting us pass? Thank you. Nice, was that yes? Oh, I think that's a no.
What the flip?
But he might not be about to let us by, but he ain't spoiling for a fight neither. By the looks of it, what's this game, eh? You got a spell can help us out, Evan, lad?
Alright.
I just might. Let's try casting Nature's Tongue.
Excuse me?
How do you do? Oh, very well, thanks, Pipsqueak. I was in a great mood, and then I heard the saddest voice in the world squealing away in the woods there. If you value your happiness, I steer well clear. Dear of him. The little fellow was just looking out for us. That's thoughtful. Well, we're so grateful for the warning, but I'm afraid we don't have any choice but to go in there. We're looking for something, you see. Well, I'm not going to stand in your way, but don't blame me if you come scurrying out with your tails between your legs. Sure, Mr. Squeakington. Squeaking out my tail between my legs. It might be more me trying to learn or figure out. If I press X there, you won't be able to play freely for a while after this point. Are you sure to proceed? Oh, interesting. Sure. Gotta figure out the combat again after all. After months of not playing. But this will be interesting. It's literally locking ourselves in here. Lobby Jigger, this is it, lad. I think it is. It's the place in the photograph, which means the monster you're looking for can't be far away.
Aye.
Are you a gem, lad? A gem, I tell ye. Right, let's seek the swab out and get a battling, shall we?
Flippin' heck, man.
Oh, you over there, look. Someone's dropped something. What could it be? Well, we'll find out, but if we're in here and we're battling away, wouldn't it make more sense to have a certain guy in the party too? Let's switch out Roland here for Batu, who's the only one about a massively boost experience from the Hero's Delight that we've at some point in time. Which would be very good if I was going towards the Labyrinth right now to try and get some lovely experience. Do you have any more Hero's Delights, I wonder? We obtained a mystery egg. What kind of egg do you think it is? Well, it's a mystery egg. I don't know, but there's something moving inside it.
Flippin' heck.
Ah, are you serious? That must mean there's a baby. Something in there waiting to hatch. But a baby what? No parents nearby that I can see. Could be we've found ourselves an orphan. Still, odds are it's an orphan monster. We're better off leaving it where we found it. Monster or not, we can't just abandon it. It's not right. His mother might be around here somewhere looking for it. We need to find her.
No, listen here.
We ain't here on a blessed mammy hunt, Kershey. We're here for a scrap with a tainted fiend. Now cast the thing aside and let's get down to business.
Oh, come on.
No, this is more important, you stupid monster. No one cares about finding except you anyway. Come on, Evan. Let's find out whoever's lost this egg. Willful little so-and-so.
What?
Tani, wait for me.
Evan.
Hey, you two, it isn't safe. So I do the right thing too, did you, Bracken? Good. Now let's find out who this egg belongs to. Well, alright, but I'm not sure how we're going to figure it out. This place is crawling with monsters. I'd take one for the photograph is around here someplace too. We better not stray too far from the others. We might need some backup. Why don't we such a scaredy cat? We've got an important mission to be getting on with. Don't worry, little egg. We'll find your mummy. And we'll teach stupid old Batu a lesson.
Hello.
Tani seems to have a heart set on doing this, Bracken. I suppose we better help her out.
Oh.
Yep, she's got the bit between her teeth, alright. Right, Evan, you're in charge of keeping the egg warm.
What?
But what if we get attacked by monsters? I need to keep my hands free.
Yeah.
Well, stuff is somewhere safe then. I'm sure you're thinking something. What do you do? Fine. So it seems that the party has actually been switched to Bracken automatically here. Even though I can switch back to Batu by... Oh, can't be added to your battle party at the moment. So it is deliberately separating people, even though this seems Batu related. Well, where do I go from here is the question. I mean, follow the marker would be the main goal guide here. Any monsters within? They are, but they're at a fairly lower level. I mean, there's no point in fighting you at all. Given your silly low level. Let's start dodging around the place to go a little bit faster, eh? Gotta remember all the controls and all that after all. So there's our attack, etc. Just before we fight ourselves a boss. Or at least a strong monster. Let's see if I can remember how to play this. Well, our boss is just around the corner there. Or maybe not the boss, but something else. What about this hedgehound? I'm not sure they lay eggs, Tani. Alright, calm down. I think it's trying to tell us something, Evan. Maybe you could ask it what it wants.
Alright.
Alright, let me use nature's tongue. Just a moment.
Excuse me?
You wouldn't happen to have a moment, would you? Listen to you, barking like you're born to it all of a sudden. Ruff, ruff, ruff. A talking human. Hilarious.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, very funny. What was all that growling about just now? It was about getting you to clear off. This is our territory, and if you trespass, we'll have to rough you up.
Hello?
We're not trying to trespass. We're just trying to find out who this egg belongs to. I thought I could smell something delicious. That thing's got my belly growling. If you don't find out who it is, give it to me. I'll happily wolf it down.
Oh, come on.
Alright, keep your paws off our egg. And if you're not going to help us, get out of our way.
Careful, everyone.
Okay then. They come in no matter what, but we are just strong enough to tank the hits and go from there, to be fair. Our attacks are nice and fast, doing super damage versus that level. Phew, the egg's still in one piece. Let's maybe only ask monsters that can actually lay eggs from now on, huh? Yeah, alright. Question is, what monsters can lay eggs? That's going to be my next one, isn't it? Alright, you've not got the fastest dash. We want Leander to be able to do that one off. Do you think Wistwillow Woods has any treasure chests or anything in deep, dark endings? This is going the opposite direction. Oh, hello. Well, finding monsters, but there are treasure chests with him.
Good luck, everyone.
This thing's gonna gust at us for a bit. Bit annoyed with your efforts to block back me from other side. Okay, reverse controls. Nothing to worry about there. Let's get back in the swing of things, eh? Just one left? Where is it? Oh! Deeper underground by the look of it. Where's the last ones? There we go, Glum Shroom. Well, it healed itself. Nice timing with that. We don't need any of your guys' help. We just want this treasure chest. Alright, a Saviour's Tier. Plus a ton of ingredients. Was that my little things making those noises? Or is there maybe some more of our companions to be found around the place too? Alright, let's take the other fork not taken. Should we switch to Bracken for some pounding of attacks? Or find ourselves an egg-laying beast? Chaffinch's muscle eggs. Come on, let's ask this one.
Excuse me?
Mr. Chaffinch? Tweet, a human? Speaking to me? I suspect foul play. Well, what is it? I'm a busy bird. I don't have time for any aimless twittering.
Yes.
We found an egg, but we don't know who it belongs to. It wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? An egg, you say? Do I look like the kind of featherbrain who'd lose an egg? Perhaps whoever laid it before they duck their responsibilities and abandon it. Well, whatever their game is, I don't approve.
Oh, come on.
It's possible, I guess. Perhaps they left it there for a reason. Who knows? Their nest might have been full of chirping chicks already. But that's terrible. So there's no harm in looking, is there? Why don't you waddle on through and see what you can find? I'm glad that the Chaffinch doesn't want to fight us, though. I've been thinking, if we can't find out who this egg belongs to, maybe we should take it back to Evermore. I'll be happy to raise whatever it turns out to be. Well, if all else fails, we can do that. But let's not give up just yet. You just want to tame a pet, don't you? That's what your goal is. Well, let's meander on through then. Should we clear out this pack quick? I mean, our strong attacks can do quite good work after all.
You're welcome.
Tani has no problem just destroying everything in her path. But with another dead end over here, maybe we might find ourselves another treasure chest.
Watch this.
Not that they're all that important, but you know. Use Tani's AoE clear. Completely not required, of course, but still. Aha! There it is. Just hiding around the corner. So yeah, I doubt we'll find any good equipment or weaponry. But to be honest, getting some more healing stuff isn't exactly that bad. Might be more of what we need for the labyrinth up ahead. I wonder how much they added into the game in certain respects as well. At this point, we're just partaking in our first quest. And that still has us wandering quite a way. A labyrinth floors, of which there's supposedly 100. Means that we've got quite a lot of legwork to do in front of us, haven't we?
Flippin' heck.
Ah, filthy stinging wyvern! Yeah, you would hate them. Let's just skip this one, shall we? It probably doesn't know anything about eggs anyway. What's the matter, you guys? You asked all the other monsters, why not this one? Is there something about wyverns in particular you don't like? You could say that. You see, Tani was kidnapped by them once, and well, Batu didn't exactly need to do anything because Evan and Roland rescued me. Wow, sounds like you guys had all kinds of adventures before you even made it to Broadleaf. Why did Evan and Roland have to rescue you? Where was Batu? Wait, let me guess. He was all set on coming to your rescue, but these guys beat him to it? Not exactly. It was complicated. Oh yeah? Complicated? How? Anyway, wyverns. We could just ignore this one, but it might know something about the egg.
Hey.
Tani, can I ask you something? Why do you care so much about finding who this egg belongs to? Well, I don't care that much. It's just, it didn't seem right to leave it lying around, that's all. And, well, I'm an orphan too. Tani. Wait, so that means Batu isn't...
Yeah.
No, he's not my real dad. Anyway, I don't like to see things abandoned. It reminds me of... Look, we can't let it down, okay? Okay, so there's the motivation, the impetus behind this.
Alright.
Well, do we go after them? I doubt they'll do anything stupid if Bracken's there. Perhaps not. But Batu, might I ask why you reacted so badly as to send Tani running off like that? The poor girl only wished to reunite a lost egg with its parent. We're not all of us perfect, Mr. Cleverclogs. We not allow man a doff day.
Hey.
How come she's so fired about the egg anyhow? Beats me, curse her. And right when I was finally on that poor lass's trail and all. Huh? That poor lass? I thought we were here looking for a monster. If you lured our king away from the safety of his kingdom on false pretenses, I rather think you had better confess as to what your reasons might have been, don't you? Ah. Truth is, I once found a baby around these parts, see? A baby? Aye, in the way there among her poor departed mother's things. Didn't think the poor lass would need him, see her being gone and all, so I took off with him, didn't I?
Huh.
And let me guess, it was Tani you found inside, right? I'd thought the sky pirates above common thievery. It seems I was mistaken. Don't be sitting in judgment on me, a snooty so-and-so. It ain't like I killed her myself. Ye couldn't take a step without tripping over a body in them days. So the time of strife and then some, and a man had no choice but to look out for himself.
Wow.
Clearly. Anyhow, I may not have gone out looking for a little one, but I weren't about to leave her to the wolves once I'd found her. No, I took her in and raised her as best I knew how. Ah, they grows up so fast. I clean forgot about her poor mother till I saw that picture. And it all came a-flooding back. The forest, the monsters lurking in the shadows, and that pitiful woman's lifeless eyes staring back at me as I relieved her of all she owned. Your remorse is the very least you owe her. I know that, lad. Believe me, I does. I want to come back, see. Tell her their little one had turned out none too shabby, but it might help her rest in peace. The fool that I am, the first thing I do when I get here is have an almighty row with the self-same little one she left behind, damn me eyes.
Well...
Then your path's clear. You must make it up to her by aiding in the search for whoever left the egg behind. Leander's right. Don't beat yourself up about it. Fix it. When the missing parent is found, all will be forgiven, I am sure.
Much obliged.
Aye, you're surely right. Forgive me for being such a burden to you both. Not at all. I've read much on the practice of parenting, but it's illuminating to see the art in practice.
Listen here.
Well, I'll be. You've even read books on things you've no business knowing, curse ye.
Yes.
One can never be too prepared. I'll second that. I wish I'd prepared better before my son was born.
Huh?
Yeah, what now?
Well...
Did you say you had a...
Oh?
Well, there's no time to be standing around chatting. We need to get after Tani and the others.
Aye.
Well, I'll be. Well, now the boys have to start off through the journey as well. Of course they do. Of course they do. Let's Leander it through, because we know he's got like the fastest dodge in the West after all. If they slowed this down, it was way faster before. And I missed this chest on the way through as well. Excuse me. I left you all alive. I'm sure that was way faster than it used to be. Oh well. Actually, are they coming out a different way? It feels like I've been rotated. So let's see what happens now that we've all joined up.
Avast! Waving away! Belay there, you scaly fiend. Get away from me, girl, before I pull your wings off.
Batu, wait.
Excuse me.
Don't interrupt them.
Huh? Don't interrupt them, he says. You've come across wayfarers before, have ye not, lad? That ain't one for polite conversation.
Just watch.
Oi.
Was it pink skin? If it's scrap for you want, you'll have one, scrack. We're not here to fight you. We're trying to find out who this egg belongs to. Can you help us? An egg, you say? Gee, me egg! It's missing! How can I lose my precious egg?
Blimey.
So it belonged to a wyvern after all. Wow. My dearest entrusted to me when she passed away, and I was stupid enough to mislay it. Curse me. Scrack!
Yeah.
Don't worry, all's well that ends well. Just don't go losing it again, you hear? My precious egg. Forgive me, dearest. I will never let it out of my sight again. You have saved the life of my unborn child. This is but a small token of my gratitude, but it will have to suffice. We obtained a wild heart bow. Interesting that we ended up helping the wyvern of all. But that's not what we saw in the picture, was it? Well, who would have thought we'd see the day where I'd end up helping a wyvern?
No.
You should be proud of yourself, Tani.
Uh-huh.
Yep, you did good. Mission accomplished.
Mayhap I didn't do so bad a job of bringing up the little Maya after all.
Perhaps you should tell her that, Batu. It would surely go some way to healing the rift between you.
I can't very well do that. She'll think I've gone soft, Kirsty.
You're a very stubborn man. Anybody ever tell you that?
Oh,
Wait, I nearly forgot. We still haven't found that tainted monster. Oh yeah, that.
oi!
Oi, boss. We finished what we were doing. Should we find a stupid monster of yours?
Well, if you're sure you can fit your old man into your busy schedule.
Batu, I'm not one to criticize, but could your tone not perhaps be a touch more conciliatory?
Shut your trap, you big word spouting bookworm. I'll talk to me daughter anyway I please.
Nothing we've done has brought it running yet. I suppose it must be deeper in the forest somewhere. Well, so it may be. Everyone's just waiting over here for us to go and have a fight, eh? Take a good look around. Well, it seems we just want to go deeper. I'll take ourselves a lovely medicinal item yet again, mind you, before I go anywhere. Tani.
Blimey.
What was that? Tani, my darling daughter. Who's there? And so Tani alone heads deeper into the woods. Of course, I could have maybe talked to the people to kind of get them to join up with me and help a little bit. But there's the tainted beast. Tani,
Blimey.
how come this monster knows my name? I've been watching you, Tani. You've grown into a wonderful, kind-hearted young woman.
Blimey.
This can't be happening. My darling daughter, how you've grown. Wait, are you seriously telling me that you're my mother? I am, but this is not my true form.
No, listen here.
There you are, girlie. Tain't safe to be wandering off on your own, Kirsty.
But boss! You murdered me. You stole my child.
What?
No, that can't be true. Right, boss?
You're the wrong end of the stick, lady. You're as dead as a doornail will I chanced upon ye.
You took my child. My darling daughter. Give it to me. My Tani. Come to me.
Pull back, girl. There'll be no reasoning with her like this. I'll soon calm her restless soul.
Yes, boss. And so the battle's about to begin. Should we send it in there with this party of three? Tani's not falling back. The mysterious monster. We will do battle.
Watch your backs.
Known as Quentin, is doing some kind of charge attack. Well, that was a nice attack of its own. Tani can go in it nicely, but Tani's taking a little bit of damage here, but the poison should finish the job as Batu gets the final swing. Of course, a lot lower level than us. It was not going to stand up for long. But will this calm the restless spirit?
Come yet and listen, will ye? I came to say I was sorry.
Blimey.
Wait, does that mean you really
No, listen here.
No, Kirsty. I'm sorry I never laid the poor woman to rest. Lie up to the wade with her things and left her lying there like a dog. If I'd known I had her child, I'd at least bury the wretched girl. But I was long out of the woods before I got wise to that, and well, I never got around to coming back.
I remember now. I escaped the bandits who attacked me, but I was gravely wounded. I lay down expecting never to rise again. And as the world grew slowly darker, I saw you. You walked away with my belongings. With my child. After my soul left my body, I pined for my daughter without cease, but I could not move from the place where I had fallen. And then one day, the monster came. Extraordinary. Could the dark energies that surround tainted monsters really serve to amplify the grief and sadness of a restless soul? And could that soul in turn take possession of a monster? I've never heard of anything quite like it. But that is not to say it is impossible.
You did well to get your little one to safety, miss. As few as think of others in times of peril, you may lay to that. But your daughter is just such a one.
Oh, Tani. My sweet Tani.
Aye. 'Twere I that christened ye girlie. Your name was stitched into the swaddling cloths I found ye in.
Really?
Really and truly. Your name's a gift from your mother herself. You'll treasure it all the more for that, won't you now?
Yeah.
I will. Thank you. So this is your final resting place, is it, Mum? Well, I'll come back, I promise. I'll visit you as often as I can. Thank you, my darling child. Look after her, won't you?
Aye, that I will. You that, Tani? Your very own ma's entrusted ye to me now. You'll not escape me till the day you finally fly the coop.
Goodbye for now. Goodbye, Tani. Goodbye, Mum. Should we be heading back? Oh, sorry. I was in one of my own for a minute there.
Oh, come on.
Evan, can I tell you something? Of course. You might not believe it, but I still have memories from when I was a baby. I remember being all on my own and crying, and I remember my father picking me up and holding me in his arms. Life is very fragile, and if you're unlucky, it can be very, very short.
Yeah.
But if you have someone who's willing to protect you, like we protected that egg, or like Batu protected me, then you have something very precious. You have a chance. Thanks for coming when I asked. To find out whose egg it was, I mean. You didn't question me. You just came because you knew I wanted you to.
Ta.
That's why you're such a great king, and why your kingdom's going to be the happiest place in the world.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tani, but I won't be able to do it on my own. I'll need your help.
Yeah.
You got it. Now, let's get going. That's when there's a rotten egg. And so we completed Quest 185, Family Ties, gaining 500,000 experience and Batu's Pride Mallet. With that said and done, it's interesting to wonder where that falls on a power scale, considering, of course, we've been through Labyrinths before. A new Leaf Book comment has showed up, though, however. If you see Evan, tell him I have something I want to give him. Yar! Or you message Revan. Hey, Leaf Book is in the messaging service. That reminds me, I wish to speak to Evan too. Hey, am I talking to myself here? I too shall await Evan in Wistwillow Woods. What business have you there, you cur? I'm a bard. I go where my soul leads me. So Sin Gull's in Wistwillow too, and Rumpel is... Okay, this is weird. That's a lot more than I expected to be going on after that. So, with that said, let's check out how Batu's Pride as a weapon actually works out in the overall scheme of things, considering we've got stuff like the puzzling Ogre God's Axe. It is better than the Lethal Meteor Mallet that we've got on. Zing Gauge charges a lot more quickly, charged attacks a lot easier to block. Lots easier to block indeed. So that's cool. I'll take that, definitely. Any upgrade you can get. It's still worse than a lot of the weapons that we've got available to us, of course. But you can't win them all. That's for sure. The Wild Heart bow was actually better than the bow I've also got as well. I expected that to just be a normal grey. So Superhuman Sacrificial bow is what we had on currently. We upgraded to Wild Heart bow. Charge attacks build more quickly and makes critical hits tons more likely. Hey, I'll take that. Any cool new upgrades we've got. So let's go find Sin Gul then, if he is actually in the Wistwillow Woods. I do wonder if he'd just be at the entrance or even further within. Would this place be a nice place to grind materials or anything like that at this point? Well, it doesn't look like there's a person within, though there is like a door section further on in the Wistwillow Woods. So with the power of editing, let me run up and check around, see if Sin Gul actually is in here somewhere. Indeed, it turns out the very deep within, not seeable in the first section, but definitely viewable in this section. There is now a quest awaiting us, so Sin Gul has a quest himself all the way in the back of this area. Now, what could it possibly be, is what I wonder. Hello, Sin Gul.
Hey.
What a delightful surprise to meet you here, of all places. You wish to know what I'm doing here, I suppose. You cannot hide it. It is written all over your face. Well, friend, a bard must sing to everyone. Whoever so he meets, wherever so he may roam, living or dead. Today I sing to soothe the souls of the departed. But enough of songs for now. Let me tell you a tale instead. Like so many stories of our world, it is one of strife and suffering. Once upon a time, the Heartlands were dotted with small villages, whose people lived peaceably side by side. But such serenity seldom lasts long. Bandits came and then monsters, and one by one the villages vanished. Those left behind had no easy means of survival. Would they learn from the sky pirates and take refuge in the clouds? Would they follow the people of Capstone upon the whole in falling upon the mercy of a more powerful kingdom? But survive they did. Had they not, I would have no tale to tell you today. They lived on, as did their stories, and in time those stories found their way to me, and lived happily ever after. The end.
Thanks.
Truly, all a bard requires is an attentive audience, and contentment can be his. Here is the least I could do to thank you. So as we've heard the story, we got a volume of the Mechanics Manual. What is that?
Hey there.
I can tell that you wish to hear me sing along into the night. Sadly, it's not the time or place. Perhaps next time we shall meet somewhere more conducive to the sacred art of song. Well, you say that, but what is a Mechanics Manual when it's, like, in our inventory? I'm guessing that's going to be, weirdly enough, in the key items list. Well, to be honest, I don't know where it would end up. There it is. Makes martial arts perks available for research? Okay. Whatever that is. We'll find out. Maybe it's something I haven't actually unlocked yet, but I did hear there was a new battle system in this DLC as well. Doing my research, obviously. Barely. As we pop back over to Evermore Castle, because of course Batu has something for a certain someone, doesn't he? Maybe doing this quest first is the way to go, or maybe I should have dived straight into the Labyrinth. But it felt like, well, there was a quest there to do. There's a quest there to do. Grampus would like you to take a look at the rusted relic you received for defeating Blackheart. Be sure to take it to him. He's got something interesting to offer in return. Grampus, where are you? Equally, we have something over here. In the corner. Hello.
Hi.
It's Rumpel. Hello, Em. I heard on the grapevine that you came to the rescue of a wyvern in the Wistwillow woods. Well, that wyvern is one of my patients. He wanted you to know that the egg has since hatched and he's the proud father of bouncing baby wyvern. His beloved may be gone, but part of her lives on now. I'm sure he's going to be a great dad, and I'll do all I can to help him. Oh, he has a little something he gave me to express his gratitude. So we also obtained a volume of the Manual of the Maiden. Okay. So we've got to get these manuals from places too? Maybe Batu himself has something.
Much obliged.
Thanks again for joining in with your little monster hunting expedition, Evan lad. Ain't Leaf Book a marvel, eh? Without it, I never remembered Tani's poor mother, let alone giving her the send-off she deserved. And if I never met her myself, or never met yourself, I never laid eyes on Leaf Book. In other words, 'tis all thanks to you. I prepared a little something to hand ye by way of gratitude. Ain't much, but have it, lad.
Another volume of the Mechanics Manual. This is more confusing than anything else, guys. It'd be great if you handed them over to me with a, some form of explanation. Would be great. Right, let's go to Manage Kingdom here. Because, of course, it did say that we could now research stuff. However, we may not have even unlocked that as of yet. So we've got some manuals, but no obvious way to do a thing. Though there is another quest over here. So let's go this way and talk to you. Ah, yes, Grampus.
Oh.
Ha! Hello there, King Evan. It looks like you found something rather interesting. May I take a look?
Oh, you mean this rusty old relic? You're welcome too, of course, but I doubt it will be of much interest to you.
I think you'd better let me be the judge of that. If I'm not mistaken, this is a very sacred item into which people once poured their prayers in the hope of staving off illness. It was said that whoever possessed it would be blessed with a long and healthy life. I've heard an awful lot about it, but I never thought I'd see it in the flesh.
Yippee!
Gosh, I never would have guessed from looking at it. Here, I want you to have it, Grampus. If anyone deserves to live a long and healthy life, it's you. You handed over the rusted relic.
Thank you.
Your Majesty, are you sure? I'm touched.
Oh, don't mention it. It's the least I can give you after all you've done for the kingdom.
Oh.
Ah, well, that's very kind of you indeed. I know. Why don't I give you a little something in return? It's a sword your father once presented me with. I'm sure you'll get more use of it out of it than me.
And we obtained a dragon's fang in exchange.
What?
Really? But it must have been ever so important to you. Well, if you're sure it's alright, thank you, Grampus. I'll treasure it.
Not as much as I'll treasure having been able to put a
smile on your face, young man. But you'll be frowning next time, I promise. I've got the riddle to end all riddles for you. Well, that was worth it. There doesn't seem to be any other quests going on. Let's find out if it really was worth it in terms of equipment. When we go over here, of course, Roland could be using a sword as well at this point. Oh, it's only like way better. Huge damage boost versus dragons. Massively boosts critical hit damage. Who's got the better swords overall between the two of you? Oh, definitely the king. So let's give this to you, Roland. Definitely to you. They're both pretty much the exact same weapons, so Dragon's Fang goes to you. I'll treasure it indeed. Instantly hands it off to someone else. Isn't that the way things are? Oh, punishing soul atomizers. Way better, sure. At least damage-wise. But then you got like, greatly boost critical hit damage. Greatly increases damage dealt. Those are good things too. I don't even know if the stats even matter much. But mind you, that said, we are very near our first level of everything that we have done so far. So, with nothing really going on in the kingdom as it so seems, we've got a fair few of these manuals. I guess we now zoop over to wherever it is for the actual main quest to begin. So, the Labyrinth itself. 2 million experience, Ebswain's crown jewel. The Labyrinth has appeared amid the rubbly ruins, and somewhere within it lurks an individual who goes by the name of Prince of Wraiths. Where in the world? Just up above us by the look of it. And a trapdoor takes us exactly right there. So will there be more quests for us as we go on? Most likely. Right, you're up there, are you? So I'll call the Zeppelin. That will get me over quite a bit faster. And now it seems like this whole land has been, like, polluted. Maleficent essence seems to seep out.
How has this place remained hidden?
What? It's coming out?
Oh!
That must be one of the fallen fiends Sir Cumbish mentioned. Knickers! Flip bun! Seems like Gaddy Ghostface might have been telling the truth.
I serve one king. I heed only my master's words. Invaders must be destroyed. All invaders.
What?
Invaders? Are you talking about us?
This is not your home. This is not your land. The Heartlands belong to our master, to the Prince of Wraiths.
Right, I've had enough of this. Listen, Buster, this is Evermore. This is our home, alright? If anyone's an invader, it's you!
Interlopers, hear my words. Our forces are gathering. You will fall. Your end is nigh.
Well, that was as clear a declaration of war as I've ever heard. Sounds like we need to get to the guy in charge fast, and I'm guessing he's beyond that gate.
Well, there's only one way there, and that's through this swab here. Let's see what those tainted beasties are about, shall we?
I saw one evil fairy lady behind that image that appeared. Oh, poop. That's all I can say about seeing you. So we'll do battle with a mysterious monster. Maybe we should have gone with Evan for our tactical nukes of light. But it's only a level 30! Femerus, you're crap! Okay then.
I'm so scared.
Boosh! Get it!
Right, suppose that means we poke around this labyrinth thingy now, eh? Let's get to it, shall we?
Sure. Well, if all the monsters are that easy, hey, it's gonna be a good time. Makes me wonder when this would appear story-wise.
So this is it, the labyrinth.
Flippin' heck!
It's massive!
No sign of any monsters, at least.
More's the pity. I was hoping we'd be like in the clubbering. Those tainted swabs we've been hearing so much about.
Hey,
Any idea what that thing is?
What the?
If I'm not very much mistaken, that boy there is a Wistwillow.
Huh?
A what?
Oh, what indeed? Enlighten us, oh spiky one. Ha ha!
Yeah.
They were all the rage back in the good old days when the world was blooming with magic. Honestly, man, you should have been there. Anyway, they're basically fancy spinny teleporty thingies.
All right.
Well, there aren't any other doors here, so I suppose we'll have to see where it leads. Probably another part of the labyrinth, I would think. I hope so. Well, let's make this our base and explore the labyrinth from here.
Oi! Motion seconded. We'll get a little crew down here to make the place all homely-like.
So I think by the cutscene we can see where you can start entering this place. By the look of it, it literally is before you get 2 other characters into your party. By the, well, omittance of a certain 2. Shops and other facilities are available in the entrance hall of the labyrinth, so you can prepare properly before diving into a warp world and journeying to the maze beneath. That's kind of cool. Leaf Book has a new post. We've set a forward camp. We have ourselves even an inn there. Everyone in Evermore who's got an ounce of spirit and a bit of spine should get themselves to the entrance of the labyrinth for the rubbly ruins right away. King Ever needs your help, so don't let the lad down. He'll have me to answer to. Yeah. Didn't go getting yourself injured though. No, don't. Yeah, not getting possessed either. Yeah, I'll bring sandwiches. Oh, give me some nice food. Unable to fight? You should stay at home. Fear not, I'll protect any non-combatants, says Bygone. What's going on over at Evermore? Doesn't sound good, whatever it is. The unknown anonymous people. It'll be fine. So we've got ourselves an inn here for sleeping. I was just going to stand on your lap, weirdly. If you need a rest, you'll find no better place than this, and it'll only cost you 20G to boot. Why not have a rest? Alright, so Spirit, you take a little voice, lad, or nod, lad. I'll keep watch for intruders and the like. Seems a bit weird that I can just jump onto his feet.
Fare thee well.
You're a loose slip sort when you're asleep, ain't you? Don't worry, I won't be blamming your secret. Ha! Have yourself a fine day now. Let's put Evan into our party as well. Switch it up, Evan. Let's get Leander into... and Batu. Well, everyone's ready to go by the look of it. It's Moggy May! But that must mean the monsters find it difficult to make their way around as well, mustn't it? That's something to be thankful for, at least. I see I've got the second part of the conversation here.
So...
It's impossible to plan a route for this place. Layout keeps on changing. Man, I thought the treehouse was hard to navigate. Well, everyone's ready. We've got some interesting people around the place. Hey, Leander.
Yes.
Your efforts are appreciated nonetheless. It seems we have no choice but to stem the tide of tainted monsters at its source and must venture further into the labyrinth. Interestingly, again, we got the second part of the conversation.
Oh.
Sorry, I saw all kinds of things as palace sorceress, and even more as leader of the bandit gang, but I never came across a spell strong enough to seal this place and all the monsters in it away. Not knowing what part we'll get. So this is, of course, our warp spot. I'll take the tripdoor there. And you're our item selling, are you? Where's Floyd for the food?
Come to do some shopping,
Imagine
eh?
cast Naomi fine wares, won't you? Well, I should be kind of well stocked and supplied for mostly everything, I'd like to think. Just due to the past. It'd be nice if I could just straight buy your experience gaining food again, though. I don't know if I've got any on me. I'll have to check that.
What else
I mean,
can
it's
I
still
do
running
for you? I'll
currently,
be
so that's
seeing
not
you
too
again,
bad.
then.
Considering it lasts so long as well. Right, Neil? Right, several warps await.
Hey.
Your timing is as excellent as ever, Your Majesty. I took it upon myself to scout ahead and was just now preparing to report back.
Thank you.
Really? Thank you, Minty. I ventured as far as the 20th floor, but found no sign of anyone who might be described as a Prince of Wraiths.
Excuse
It
me.
appears that thing leads directly down to the 21st floor, but I would not venture any further unless you are fully prepared. So we can drop to the 21st floor without any issue. New warp worlds will become available back at the entrance hall as you work your way through the labyrinth, allowing you to avoid starting from scratch every time. The first 20 floors of the labyrinth are relatively easygoing, so feel free to breeze through them. Don't worry, the Prince of Wraiths nor the unique loot are further down. So I guess we should take them on just to see what bosses are within. The warp world gives off an ominous aura. We're going to enter at floor 1. We can't say when we're inside. Well, I shouldn't see us dying either way. Let's find out what floor 1, well, floor 1 to 20 has in store for us. The easy jaunt that it's going to be. It depends on the levels of the enemies. So they start at level 90. Each floor of the labyrinth has specific objectives. Or objectives, as it seems to be at the top. Completion of which will earn you bonus orbs. The harder the objective, the more orbs you'll get for completing it. When without using restoratives, use 2 higgledy skills. When using only Roland. And more. So just you using Roland only? It's trying to get you to switch party members regularly too, then? Well, that's fine. I can win using only Roland. We can see... So there's no danger level going up. There's treasure chests. There are level 27 monsters here. I guess beating them too would also get me more orbs. Even if you're level 32, you live a bit longer, eh? So that was 2 objectives completed in the blink of an eye, which got us 60 orbs. Use 2 Higgledy skills actually requires us to just wait forever. So the question is, do I go for treasure chests or do I go for other things? I mean, these guys will drop dead in like 2 seconds. There's nothing they could do to not be instantly zooped by me. Alright, we'll go to the next floor. So essentially, I just want to complete objectives. Do they change for each floor? Or do they stay? Ah, no, they don't. Win without using restoratives, win without taking damage, defeat a status afflicted enemy. The status afflicted one sounds a bit more harder. Is that one of my people?
Hello.
Miss Lily, dispelling curse is not my only talent, you know. Perhaps if you give me 2 orbs, I'll show you what else I'm capable of. Sure, what's your talent? The next floor will be subject to a special condition, allied fire attack boost.
See you.
I'm feeling a little tired now. Perhaps it's time to return. Yes, I foresee a night in, reading Howling's most recent astrology column. Farewell. Well, it seems like these floors are such a breeze that we should just be defeating things fast, filling up these objectives. I don't want to take any damage, so with that in mind, just range attacks will be good. The whole getting a status effect on someone is going to be a bit more difficult, though. Depends who's got a status inflicting weapon, and the fact that enemies are dying in one shot anyway means that it's just not going to work for us, is it? So nothing in here is really worth. So by the look of it, just moving on to each floor's boss will do for now. The real journey begins at level 20. So how about I skip through these bits with the power of editing and see if I can find any true enemies to fight, eh? And so, we've come to Enrice, floor 10, which seems to be a boss floor considering a gigantic tainted monster stands before us. It's Templeton. So, if every 10 floors is a boss, we are going to take on every boss, not a problem. But in these easy floors, skipping to them seems like the best idea. Considering the fact that it's only level 40 to begin with. The enemy isn't carrying anything and I try to steal an all. Oh well. I'll get my nice bow hit in. I'll finish off Templeton in about 2 seconds time. Boss is very easy to complete. Thank you for throwing me the golden orb again as the battle's already over. That's very handy. But what do we have here? It seems the more orbs you offer, the better the item will be. Do you want to offer up 597 orbs? Sure, I'm basically getting these orbs from just doing one battle and fulfilling the criteria, the objectives, every time we go. Let's find out what's in here then. 597 orbs loop into the chest. Probably not going to get me anything good considering the level of the area I'm in anyway. As we get an accursed 4-bore axe. It sounded good, he says. Probably not though. Right, an accursed 4-bore axe. Let's look on it in terms of your power scale. Yep, nowhere near. So, essentially, depending on the level of the area I'm on, it will modify what kind of stuff I'm getting as per previous kind of labyrinths. I'm amazed that even on these low-level enemies I've actually been getting experience, but we're going to keep going to the next floor. So I guess we'll see you at floor 20 in a second to find out another boss and see what that chest might give me. Let's see what the levels are of these guys first of all, eh? So we've made it down to floor 20. Clearing out that first beginner's lot, as it were. The enemies have jumped a fair bit in level compared to what they originally were. But with 517 orbs in hand, what will I get from the chest this time, considering kind of the danger level of the areas we take on Gelatina? It is pretty much your standard Labyrinth fare, I've got to say.
Good luck, everyone.
Can't take too long to beat. Well, it will be annoying if he does that, though, however. I mean, we do have ranged options for days, too, though, however. Let's just use the ranged attack to finish him off nice and fast. Find out what we get from chest number 2. Is he chucking the golden thing again? Well, I don't know anymore. Let's put everything inside here and see if we might get something a little bit better for at least the level we've got. You only generally have to do about 1 or 2 battles per thing to do some of the objectives, but other ones you can't do, as we get a cool Unreal thing, based on the fact the enemies die so fast. So this must have been accessible quite early in the game, let's put it that way. So you can at least get yourself some good stuff as you go along. A cool Unreal thing, I imagine, is nowhere near good, he says. In fact, I have been finding stuff from around the place that is a little bit better than you would have thought, that's for sure. But a cool Unreal thing comes down all the way down here. Hey, it would probably be best if you were like actually doing that at level 60 at that point in time and you were getting the gear. It would be pretty good. So with that, we come to floor 21, where the main bit of the floor, where the main bit of our adventure is going to take place. Who knows what else we'll find in the labyrinth, but with 2 bosses down within it, and more to the point, that big side quest done outside of it, we're going to leave you here for this episode. As we escape the labyrinth in one piece, it's a good opportunity for me to save and grab that experienced food, as next time we'll be heading inside there. It seems there is portals for 41, 61, and 81, I'd imagine. I don't know which, of course, what order they're going to drop in. But we will continue on next time. So I'll see you then for more Ni no Kuni 2, Lair of the Lost Lord. Bye-bye.